Breaking news this noontime as state police make arrests in the murder of 11-year-old Erin Maxwell. Good afternoon, I'm Laura Henn. Thank you for joining us. Erin Maxwell died in August. 5 weeks ago, her death was ruled a homicide. The medical examiner found the little girl died of asphyxiation with sexual trauma as a contributing factor, though we're told that the sexual trauma was not listed on the indictment today. For the past month, state police have been poring over evidence found in the Maxwell family's home in Palermo. State police called her stepbrother, Alan Jones, a person of interest in the case, and last week troopers asked for DNA samples from Erin's father, and Lindsay, and her stepmother, Lynn. This morning, troopers arrested all 3 family members. Lisa Spitz and Jim Kenyon both tracking the story for us, and for the latest, let's go to Jim first. Jim?
Well, good afternoon, Laura. You know, more than a month after her death in a home that investigators described as absolutely deplorable, state police made absolutely sure that this community knew that they made 3 arrests today in the death of Erin Maxwell. Facing the most serious charge is Erin's stepbrother, 27-year-old Alan Jones. He's accused of second-degree murder in the death of this 11-year-old. The indictment charges Jones killed her by strangulation with a rope. Erin Maxwell's death certificate lists sexual trauma as a contributing factor. But when we asked them to elaborate about that aspect of the crime, both the District Attorney Donald Dodd and State Police Captain Mark Lincoln were evasive.
The indictment charges a particular crime, sir, and the crime has to do with causing the death of Erin Maxwell.
Could you elaborate, Captain?
The sexual trauma is not addressed in any court documents. We are aware that that is out there. We don't anticipate charging any other subjects in this case at this time.
Well, also paraded before a throng of media were Erin's father, Lindsay Maxwell, and stepmother, Lynn Maxwell. Now, each of them are charged with 6 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. The court papers were not immediately available, but we've learned that they list 6 incidents from April to August of this year. At today's news conference, investigators pointed out that in addition to living in a home with more than 100 cats and piles of feces and garbage, the parents fed the child only minimal amounts of food and locked her in her room each night at about 5:30. Now, the parents pled not guilty and are now being sent to jail. They're being held in lieu of $2,500 cash, $5,000 bond as bail. Now, our team coverage continues now with my colleague Lisa Spitz, who covered the arraignment this morning of Alan Jones. Lisa, what can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, Jim, the big question right now is what would be a motive for this homicide? What were the factors leading up to it? And authorities, as you know, at the press conference a short time ago, would not comment on any of that. But I did get a chance to speak with Alan Jones as he was here at the police barracks earlier before he was taken to his arraignment, where he pled not guilty, and he told me he had nothing at all to do with Erin's death. According to the indictment, it alleges that Jones caused Erin's death by strangling her with a rope. The Maxwell family, including him, came out publicly and said that they believed that Erin's death was an accident, that they thought that she was reenacting a scene from a movie. And today, when I questioned Jones, here's what he had to say. Alan, what do you have to say? Did you have any part in your stepsister's death? What happened?
We still don't know. We, the family, still believe that it was an accident.
Why are you here then today?
I don't know. They won't tell me the charges.
What do you want to say to the public? What do you want to say?
I don't really have anything to say right now.
Again, Alan Jones is charged with 1 count of second-degree murder. Right now, he is being held at the county jail on $100,000 cash, $250,000 bond. He is expected to be in court tomorrow. If he is convicted of this charge, he faces a maximum of life behind bars. We're live at the State Police in Fulton. Lisa Spitz, Action News 3.